do it or don't do it, but don't make excuses. Superior people have the ability to, throughout their lives, make sacrifices in the short term, both large and small, so as to assure greater results and rewards in the long term. There is an interesting point about the price of success. It must always be paid in full and in advance. Stop engaging in activities that lead nowhere. Hold yourself responsible for a higher standard than anyone else expects of you. Never excuse yourself. Never pity yourself. Be a hard master to yourself and being lenient to everyone else. You demonstrate your values in your behavior. By the law of concentration, whatever you do well on grows and increases in your life. Accepting responsibility is one of the hardest of all disciplines, but without it, no success is possible. It takes tremendous self-discipline for you to accept complete responsibility for everything you are, everything you've become, and everything that happens to you. Excellence requires a definite decision and a lifelong commitment. Happiness is a byproduct that comes to you when you are engaged in doing something that you really enjoy, while in the company of people who you like and respect. There is never enough time to do everything, but there is always enough time to do the most important things. Dedicate yourself to continuous learning as if your future depends on it, because it does. The primary reason for success is persistence, and likewise, the primary reason for failure is lack of persistence, quitting too soon. The biggest thing that holds you back from moving in the direction of your dreams is usually your favorite excuses and lack of self-discipline. Trust is the lubricant of human relationships. Self-discipline is the ability to do what you should do, when you should do it, whether you feel like it or not. As long as you are blaming someone else for something in your life that you don't like, you will remain a mental child. You continue to see yourself as small and helpless, like a victim. It has been said that if people put as much energy into achieving their goals as they spend making up excuses for failure, they would actually surprise themselves. The more you accept responsibility, the greater sense of control you experience. According to the experts, the acquisition of mastery requires about 7 years, or 10,000 hours of hard work. Fully 85% of your success will be determined by how much people like and respect you, especially in business and sales. The lack of self-discipline is the major cause of failure. frustration, underachievement, and our happiness in life? There is a direct link between self-discipline and self-esteem. Each time you discipline yourself to do what you should do, when you should do it, whether you feel like it or not, your self-esteem increases. Resolve to focus on the solution and what can be done now, rather than on what happened and who's to blame. The difference between successes and failures is simple. Failures feel sorry for themselves when things go wrong, whereas successful people look for the valuable lesson they can learn that will help them in the future. Great leaders discipline themselves to keep their fears and misgivings private. There is no area of activity that demands more self-discipline than starting and operating a successful business in our current economy. What is the key measure of business success? The answer is customer satisfaction. You can calculate the value or importance of something you do by measuring the possible consequences of doing or not doing it.